Live from WTVO Rockford and your home team. Eyewitness News at 5 starts now.
Ghost guns are now banned in the state of Illinois. We show you why these weapons are dangerous. A multi-million-dollar investment to help the workforce recover. We have a reaction from a local organization getting funding. And early voting for the Illinois primary starts tomorrow. What you need to know before you vote. Good evening, I'm Mimi Murphy. Eric is off tonight. Ghost guns are officially banned in the state of Illinois. Eyewitness News is keeping you connected to the Capitol. Governor Pritzker signed the new law today. It restricts the purchase and sale of ghost guns or guns that you can assemble at home that can't be tracked to an owner. Most of the ghost guns recovered are in Chicago, but cities all across the state have started to see these guns popping up. Just in Chicago, police recovered more than 12,000 ghost guns in 2021. They say despite the difference in manufacturing, these weapons are still harmful.
So I'll say it again very plainly. A ghost gun is a gun. It's a gun that kills, that wounds families, grieving families.
Last year, Pritzker signed a bill strengthening background checks on all gun sales, and he revamped the state's FOID card system to help cut down on the backlog. The Winnebago County State's Attorney's Office receives a federal grant for intelligence-led prosecution. The Project Safe Neighborhood grant is part of a violent crime reduction effort from the U.S. Department of Justice. This method will prioritize prosecution of the state line's most violent offenders. State's Attorney Jay Hanley said one benefit of this new strategy is having more efficiency in the courtroom.
Having an attorney who isn't tied necessarily to one courtroom, who's allowed to be proactive, uses the intelligence that they're provided by law enforcement to target individuals who are causing most of the problems in our community.
Hanley says 2 prosecutors will track the progress of their cases all the way to the U.S. Attorney's Office. The Dow Jones Industrial dropped 1,100 points today, the worst sell-off since 2020 when the U.S. was in the grips of the pandemic. Markets were red across the board after retailers Target and Walmart reported dismal earnings. They blame inflation for hurting their business. Target reported their profits were cut in half after freight and transportation costs spiked. A new report finds the IRS is auditing people making more than $200,000 less than others. That's the finding from the U.S. Government Accountability Office. A spokesman for the Internal Revenue System says the earned income tax credit is helpful to low and moderate income taxpayers. But some lawmakers say this isn't a new problem and needs to be fixed.
I'd like to see us work on solutions to address the drivers of the high earned income tax credit error rate.
The IRS says it's focused on improving customer service by clearing the current tax backlog and modernizing the agency. A major milestone for the U.S. women's soccer team. They'll be paid just as much as the men's team for the first time ever. The U.S. Soccer Federation is the first organization in the sport to promise equal pay for men's and women's teams. The biggest sticking point was World Cup prize money. Under the new deals, U.S. Soccer will put 90% of the prize money from both the men's and women's World Cups into a pool for players to split. This year's pool for the women's national team will be $7.2 million, a 54% increase from 2018. You'd expect to see Selena Gomez and social media influencers maybe on your timeline, but you could be surprised to see them at the White House. Hannah Brandt explains why they were there for a special event with some of the nation's leaders.
An unexpected collaboration between MTV and the First Lady brought an attention-grabbing group to the White House to talk about mental health.
It's a topic that can and should be discussed freely and without shame. That's why an event like this, especially at a place like this, is so important.
Selena Gomez and young mental health influencers chatted with Dr. Jill Biden and Surgeon General Vivek Murthy about the need to have real conversations.
We're working hard to build a broader movement to change how we fundamentally think about mental health so we don't stigmatize it.
Juan Acosta is an activist who says he knows the pain so many young people are feeling.
They struggle behind closed doors, and sometimes they don't make it out of those doors anymore, and we need to change that.
But they want to go beyond destigmatizing stigmatizing mental health issues and work on increasing access to resources.
The bottom line is mental health is health. And we've got to help everyone see that. We've got to reflect that in our healthcare system.
They're pushing for more education and funding for services like therapy and school counseling. Young mental health leader Mahmoud Qatar says that all has to be done with a focus on equity.
It needs to be accessible for all young people of color, young people from backgrounds where they don't have access to these resources.
Advocate Diana Chow is urging federal leaders to look for ways to get ahead of mental health problems.
We don't want to be just reactive to mental illness. We want to be proactive about mental well-being.
Because she feels access to treatment isn't the whole solution.
50% of all lifetime cases of mental illness begin by age 14. And so by the time we talk about what happens afterwards, that's a conversation that's too late.
In Washington, I'm Hannah Brandt.
Winnebago County CASA releases its vision for the future. The organization supports kids while they're in the court system dealing with neglect and abuse cases. CASA has a new executive director, John Pampernick. His goal is to significantly increase the number of those court-appointed special advocates. Right now, he says, they can only help a fraction of the children. The new vision is to train an additional 130 volunteers.
We are hoping that this is going to act as a call for action for the community to kind of come together to help these children in need.
CASA is funded by grants and donations. To sign up to become an advocate, find the story at mystateline.com. Illinois voters can start voting early tomorrow, but there is something you need to know before you go. Eyewitness News is your local election headquarters. Some local ballots have objections on them. There are hearings on those challenges tomorrow and Friday. You're allowed to vote early starting tomorrow, but just know if the ballot changes because of an objection, you will not be able to vote a second time. There will be notices at your election spot to make you aware. And next week, GOP contenders for Illinois governor will face off in a debate over on Fox 39. Illinois voters will go to the polls for the primary on June 28th to choose the Republican candidate who will face off against Governor J.B. Pritzker in November. You can watch the Illinois Republican primary gubernatorial debate on Fox 39 Tuesday, May 24th at 7 p.m. The state is trying to help people get back to work. 3 local organizations will train and support those struggling to find a job. Nikel Delgado found out how it will work. She joins us now with details. Nikel?
That's right, Mimi. I was able to talk to 2 of the grant recipients. Both tell me they are excited to help others reach their career dreams.
We've been working on the concept of workforce development using a career pathways model. And whenever the opportunity came to apply for this grant, it was just the right fit at the right time for us.
Chris Makajewski is happy to be able to lift up the community by helping others find good jobs. The CEO for YWCA Northwestern Illinois says their focus is on technology and getting women interested in STEM.
There will be several cohorts of computer training that will be going on that will each include certifications. So from front-end web development certification to a CompTIA Plus certification, and then there are other certifications that they can learn.
Comprehensive Community Solutions will get $300,000 through the grant.
Here at Comprehensive Community Solutions, we definitely want to invest in our youth because they are the future of Rockford, and we want them to become assets to our community.
Program Manager Claudia Consuelo says they plan to promote programs for CNA, truck driving, and culinary arts. Executive Director William Chapman says this will provide opportunity and life skills.
Those community partners that we're working with, and this grant will give us dollars to make sure that we're able to transport our youth to be able to touch those different partners and those employers as if we were all in the same building.
Both organizations are passionate about helping individuals getting the career training they need.
You can pay their first month's rent or a security deposit, whatever it's going to take for us to stabilize that individual and remove the barriers for them to be able to complete this training and to get a living wage job we'll be working within this grant.
All programs from the YWCA and Comprehensive Community Solutions are free. You can head over to mystateline.com on how you can apply. Mimi?
Now, your first warned weather forecast from Chief Meteorologist Candace King.
Well, what a difference a week makes when temperatures last week were in the low to mid 90s. We had the heat index in the triple digits, and today, this week, our numbers quite a bit cooler. Cloud cover has also been with us for much of this afternoon, although we're starting to see some breaks just along the western fringe of that. A live look with our Mercy Skytrack camera now out in Rochelle. Still dealing with the cloud cover, and that's actually played a little bit of an impact on our temperatures for today, as most of us have been slow to climb, staying in the upper 50s and low 60s. But as low pressure continues to work to the east of us, we've got a little bit of dry air working in. So I do think we'll see some clearing take place as we go through this evening, maybe just in time as the sun does set. But another system up to the north will stay to the north, but we'll likely see a little more cloud cover roll back in as we go through the overnight tonight. Now, as far as the rain was concerned, our day started off with some of those rain showers. Most of us ended up right around a 10th up to 3/10 of an inch of rain, just a little over that here in Rockford. And this actually coming off of somewhat of a dry stretch. Yeah, we've had a couple of showers here and there, but take note, the last several days, the rainfall, at least in Rockford, really hasn't amounted to much and has stayed under a 10th of an inch. There were some stronger thunderstorms late last Friday that did produce some heavy rainfall, but all of that stayed west of Rockford. We are going to stay dry through the night tonight into tomorrow. Our rainfall here for the month, while we've been somewhat above the last several months, we've fallen back down below just about 4/10 of an inch of rain, 4/10 of an inch, I should say, below our monthly average. 60 right now in Freeport, 61 in Rockford, Janesville, 62 in Rochelle, upper 60s a little bit further off to the southwest where the cloud cover is starting to break and those temperatures are warming up. 60 for the last hour for our weather watcher Bob here on the southeast end of Rockford, added up about half of an inch of rainfall. So underneath the partly cloudy sky for tonight, temperature will drop down to about 54 degrees. Winds will actually turn a little more to the southwest tonight, and during the day tomorrow, that wind is going to pick up, so it starts off relatively light tomorrow morning. You'll notice the wind increasing during the afternoon. Gusts could come as high as about 30 miles per hour, but this will bring our temperatures upper 70s, low 80s. So we do warm quite a bit for tomorrow, and it is going to feel a little bit more on the muggy side, but nowhere near some of that mugginess that we had during the week last week. Here we go with Futurecast. You've got a little bit more cloud cover out there tomorrow. We'll call it a partly cloudy sky for tomorrow afternoon. And I guess depending on how much sunshine we're able to get, this particular model brings our temperatures in a couple of spots into the upper 80s. I don't think we get quite that warm. We'll stop it there in the low 80s for tomorrow afternoon. We'll stay relatively mild then tomorrow night, as showers and thunderstorms are likely to the north and to the northwest of us. We may see a couple of light showers, maybe a rumble of thunder late tomorrow evening, overnight, and then into early Friday as a cold front begins to approach. That front, the timing of that for Friday, really going to be key and will determine whether or not we have a chance for a few stronger thunderstorms Friday afternoon and Friday early evening. The later that cold front comes through, the better opportunity we will have for some of those thunderstorms. The earlier that front comes through, the less of an opportunity we have for the showers and thunderstorms. I think that front will come through about noon, 2 o'clock on Friday, so we'll hang on to that isolated storm threat. Any thunderstorms or strong thunderstorms here for the day tomorrow going to stay focused to the north and then down well to the south. We do have that slight risk out for a few stronger thunderstorms for much of north central, northeast Illinois for Friday afternoon, but again, timing of that front will be key. Notice temperatures, we were in the low 90s last week. Those numbers a good 20 to 25 degrees above average. More of a roller coaster this week. While we do see our numbers jump into the low 80s, Mimi, there Thursday, Friday, we're right back down into the low 60s and falling back below average here as we head into the weekend. We've got some showers on Saturday. We'll dry out for Sunday, Monday, and then could see some of that rain return once we get in towards the middle to end of next week.
Now sports with sports director Scott Lever.
The White Sox try to move back above the 500 mark tonight. They'll play in Kansas City again. Lucas Giolito's back from the COVID list. He will start. The Royals will go with veteran Zach Greinke. Now, many of you Cubs fans want to see more of young Christopher Morel after what he did last night. He opened some eyes with that swing. It was his first major league at bat, and he went out of the yard. Morel was pinch hitting. He was just promoted from Tennessee. He played well down there. He had a .306 batting average with 7 home runs in 28 games. Tonight, the Cubs will host the Pirates again. They have outscored the Pirates 16-0 the last 2 nights. Look at this. The Rock Valley College softball team has earned another trip to the national tournament. Today, the Golden Eagles swept a pair of games from Owens Community College 10-2 and 7-1 for the district championship in Perrysburg, Ohio. The national tournament will be held in DeWitt, New York this year. The Bears continue their OTA workouts in Lake Forest. Former Packer offensive lineman Lucas Patrick is one of the new guys getting used to his new surroundings and his teammates. And he's getting a feel for Justin Fields. Keep in mind, Patrick worked with Aaron Rodgers last year. He's impressed with Fields, especially his speed.
Fast. Yeah, he can get moving pretty quick. No, he's a fun guy. He's young, so he likes to have the juice and the energy, and he's got a live arm. I mean, there were a few throws he made today where that ball just, it's like it keeps getting faster in the air, and he's soaking everything up.
The Packers are also going through OTAs. All these workouts are critical for getting the rookies up to speed. It's also a key time for new offense coordinator Adam Stenovich to get an overview of the entire offense.
It's been fun, just working with other positions, sitting in position meetings of other coaches and listening to them go. So it's been really beneficial for me, just from a holistic standpoint of the offense.
Candace will have another look at weather in just a moment, but first, here's a look at what's to come on News Nation tonight.
Tonight on Dan Abrams Live on News Nation. The Pennsylvania primaries. Many on the campaign trail were pushing the rigged 2020 election narrative. But now that some of them have won, it's all suddenly okay, no fraud now. And we'll look at how both sides' extremes fared last night. That's tonight on Dan Abrams Live.
That's all coming up tonight on the fastest growing cable news network in America, News Nation. It's available on the cable and satellite stations you see here. You can also head to newsnation.com.
We will gradually see some of the cloud cover clear out for this evening. Skies will turn partly cloudy for tonight. Temperatures will drop down into the low 50s, right around 54 degrees. The First Warn Interactive Radar brought to us by Rockford Auto Glass and More. We see a little jump in our numbers, though, for Thursday, Friday, back into the lower 80s. A touch more humidity. Does get windy tomorrow afternoon, but we do stay dry. Slight chance for a passing shower, isolated thunderstorm Thursday night into Friday, and then cooler by next week.
Thanks, Candace, and thanks for joining us. We'll see you at 6.